Welcome in. Thanks so much for being here. We're so grateful. A lot of people traveled. Where did you travel from, Dave? Michigan. Let's go. Agenda tonight is there is no agenda other than to network. I want to do it in an event space like this so that we can connect with each other, we can get to know each other, so that we don't feel so awkward on the hike when you guys are seeing everybody out of breath and whatever. It's fine. It's all good. We got food over there, so we'll be able to enjoy that, and then we'll get out of here around 8 or 9 or so or something like that. So we also have drinks in the fridge around the corner.
Yeah, no, I'm just super pumped to like meet every single one of you guys. Like we got a big group there. The original was like 20 people, and like yeah, we got like 30, which is like freaking awesome. So theme for this weekend is like connect, and we're also going to be having some awesome presentations all about becoming a CEO. So I'm super pumped to meet every single one of you guys.
Eat some food and drink, and let's hang out.
Time moves. It's the not easy. It's the yeah. It's the not easy. It's the
Standing in the shadow of F, my own breaking news. Rush the press, inevitable correction. Black Jesus, hate to build collectors, I do the same. Lucy shit diamonds and alt timelines. Zero gravity, skywriting my star sign. We family, let's skip the formalities.
What do you think were like the biggest contributors? Like,
All right, question number 1.
When it comes to ads, I know we have like the whole beta testing period when you said it's like $10 to $15, right? What is the difference? Let's say if I were to have like 1.5K just to spend on ads right now to like, I don't know, see if the ad's worth it. Would it be more worth it to just do like 15? Or if I had the budget to do like $100 a day, 150, would it be good to do that? Or would it just not be worth it at all?
yeah, what I always say like for testing, and this is gonna apply for others here that are doing the authority funnel, is like going in and like whatever you're planning on spend it, like front load the spend. So if you were originally gonna do 15, I would probably do something like 30 to 50 to start. Like 50, as much as you can go, like even 100, you let it run for about like 5 days, 5 to 7 days. And then after you do that, like you just cut it off. You cut off all the ones that are not working. So you're gonna have like around 3 to 5 different tests. You're gonna have like 1 or 2 that are gonna work, and then you just cut off all the rest. You can just shut it off, or you can pour the rest of the ad spend into that first one. So that's usually, I've had some people like that I've worked with that also did that. That works like really well. So 100 a day, let it run for 5 to 7 days, and then you cut off all the losers, and then you're left with just the winner, which is gonna be at like 15 or $20 per day.
What do you think the main advantage is, like having the face of the brand be on a separate account versus having the face of the brand just exist on the company's page?
We always push everyone to do like from the personal, because it's like, especially like if you have someone like a client or even like yourself who like has already existing content and you have like that relatable stuff, it's like that's what people connect with. Like the more that they can see like, all right, oh, this person is just like me, like, oh, he has a family, oh, he goes to church, like all this kind of stuff, like that's what they connect with, and it just makes it like easier to get the sale.
On that note, how important is it to have a company page?
Yeah, I don't really think is as important, because again, for like the thing, like you could use all the principles, like optimize your Instagram profile with all the elements that you need, put some business stuff in there, and then it'll work just as well. For purely sales reasons, like yeah, you don't really need it.
What have you, Gilberto and Austin, learned about how to manage that fluctuation to just stay a little bit more even throughout the journey? Is that possible? Do those highs and lows just kind of maintain and stay with you throughout the journey? Is that just something that you have to expect and understand? It's just a part of the process. There's really no escaping it. And then when you're in one of those low moments, like the last couple of weeks have just been like tough. So like how do you re-engage, get that kind of fire back in your belly, that confidence again? Like what do you do to kind of disconnect, re-engage, step aside, like get out of your own head, get out of your own way to just get back to productivity or what you want to be?
For me, like to go through the highs and lows, I think it comes back to what I was talking about earlier, which is like detaching your identity from your business and just seeing it as a separate thing and just saying, cool, businesses are going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. Like Microsoft loses billions of dollars in a quarter, and then the next like 6 quarters later, then they're crushing it. So it's like just understanding it and being aware of it and making sure your identity isn't wrapped in that, because your identity is not your business. You are a human. And then to kind of attach onto that, I guess for me personally, what has helped me endure that and kind of goes in line with the identity is having hobbies and like doing things outside of work that make you human. Like I used to be the guy who, okay, if the business is doing bad, then I'm a horrible person. All I'm thinking about is work, work, work. And then my wife encouraged me, hey, you should get a hobby. And I was like, hobby? No. I'm like grinding all the time. And then started running, endurance sports, and that actually fills my cup, which makes me a better business person because if I can fill my cup in other areas and I can be more creative, all that sort of stuff, make sure my wife is taken care of and she feels really comfortable and then she supports me even more and that makes the business grow even better. So like filling your cup up in other areas has helped me quite a bit from that perspective.
I was gonna say for me, like there's a couple things. Like I read this quote that stuck with me about Rockefeller, and it said like it was like one of his the biographies called Titan, and it said how like Rockefeller, even in like the highest moments, like where he made the most money or whatever, and like had the highest like acquisitions or whatever, he was never like phased. Like he was like literally like whatever. And even in like the lowest moments where like because business does fluctuate, he was just like stoic. He was just like happens. You know, it's like having that mindset. Don't let like the actual fluctuations, like don't ride the roller coaster. Like when you have like, let's say like high moments, like you have high revenue months, don't like detach, like kind of what Austin was saying, like don't like attach yourself to it. Like just view it as like, all right, cool, it's all good. Like still like you can like acknowledge it, right? Like be appreciative for it, but like don't let it like affect you. And same thing with like the actual like the down moments. Realize that it's temporary. Like yeah, it's gonna happen. Like it's guaranteed to happen. Like just view it that way. Me personally, like when I've gone through like tough moments, I focus on like purpose and meaning. Like what does this mean? Like for me, like when I gave you guys like my story, I was like, man, this is gonna make a sick story. Like one day, like I'm gonna tell people and like they're gonna be super inspired. Like this is gonna be like, that's why I'm doing this.
This was actually a fun one for you, Austin.
Okay.
Have you ever had like a great idea while you were running, and what was that idea?
Everything that I've ever done has come from
You can't think of like one specific one that was like.
a lot of, oh, I think it's a lot of like stress management, like team stuff, because it's hard to like, there's nothing better than going for a run and you're just super present, you're outside and you're not like checking your phone or anything. And it allows you to process things, especially as you have a team and you have to make hard decisions, maybe that are hard for other people. It gives you the space to kind of de-stress and then look at it from a point where you're not stressed and have to make a reactive decision, but you can think about a process and go through different scenarios inside of your head. So everything, highly encourage it. Start running.